I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Wuthering Waves and everything that's happening. Obviously, a lot of bugs, a lot of stuff. And some people saying it's not a complete game. It still had a couple months that they could have worked on it before they released it. And it's like, I do agree with that on certain parts. Like the story, the voice acting, which I'll go over in a minute, wasn't very enticing, intriguing. Obviously, we're not that far into it. So I do give it the excuse that the beginning was bad because it's the beginning of a new gacha game. It is what it is. Like for me, the only thing that I've experienced that was like, it's just some lag while I'm recording videos or while I'm just playing around and doing combat. But like aside from that, I haven't really experienced much. I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. But there are some people I've seen like on Reddit, I've seen on Twitter, like some of the posts and pictures, and it's just like, okay, what's happened to my character? Like I've seen posts on Twitter and Reddit where it's like their people's games just cannot, like it just looks horrible. And it's just like cannot load, cannot play, either it crashes or something happens, you just cannot visually see anything. It just looks very blurry, very bad. Like I said, for me, I haven't seen any of that, but at the same time, it's like I understand the frustration where it's like you've been hyping this game, you've been waiting for this game for so long, and then it comes out and that happens. Okay, so I just wanted to put this in here because while I was editing, I was looking on Twitter and I seen that it's like people are crashing, people with like 4090s are crashing and like a bunch of RAM, etc. So it doesn't seem like it's like a PC or PC problem. I will say the one thing is that you should check first, because it could be your PC, is if your graphics card is updated, especially if you have a NVIDIA graphics card, because the most recent update for it apparently is like very, very useful for Wuthering Waves. So yeah, like for me, whenever I first opened up Wuthering Waves, when it first released, I immediately crashed. So as soon as I turned my PC back on or turned back on, I updated my graphics card immediately, and as soon as I loaded up the game, I haven't crashed in like the past 15 hours. So yeah, just make sure to check that. If you have updated it and it still doesn't work, then I mean, it's just the game's problem. We just have to wait for an update to come out. It sucks, but it is what it is. But same time that people on mobile, it's a different question. Obviously it's mobile, so you can't, I don't really know what to like input anything there, because it's like I didn't play the game on mobile, so maybe I'll give it a try on mobile one of these, like maybe later. I am indeed not playing that shit on mobile later. But at the same time, like not that long ago, I logged out for the first time just to like exit the game and restart it, and as soon as I went back to the what's it called, the loading screen, I got an update and made me restart the game. I got back in, it made me hotfix, and then once I got back in and made me restart the game, then go back to the launcher and then update the launcher. So it's like, it does seem like they're making a lot of updates to like fix everything, but at the same time, it's like I said, I understand the frustrations. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, is the game a finished game? Yes, but there are some issues, which most of the time happens with most games. These issues are indeed worse than I thought they were. But hey, my account's still chilling. Like overall, I think this is a great game. It's one of my favorite gacha games already. The combat is legit probably my favorite combat in any gacha game, and probably one of my favorites in just games in general, right? So it's like there are like I said, the story, the voice acting, I'll go over that now, I guess. The voice acting, it's just dead. It's garbage. It does not feel good like at all. Like in the beginning, like I said, it's I don't know, in the beginning it just feels horrible, and then you get to like the general, and then you get to Crow, and it just takes a complete 180 turn, and it just feels so good. Like the story becomes, like in my opinion, really good, and then the voice acting, like Crow's voice acting especially, it's just insane how good it is. So it's not like they're incapable of doing it, but at the same time, it's not like they're like I don't know, it's not like they're trying, I guess, because like before that point you get to Crow and the general, it's like it's bad, but it's like before you get to, or after you get to that point, after you get past those two, it's just bad again. Like you go from bad to good to bad all over again. It's just, like I said, obviously we saw more of the story to go, and it'll probably get better. And then even if it doesn't, I can see Kudo Games, obviously they've listened to the community, they'll probably update it and fix it. The voice acting, I don't know, probably with future updates they'll probably like better the voice acting, but at the same time I don't see them going back and like changing every single voice acting line in the main story quest. Maybe they will. That's like a big ask, but they did change the entire story in the beta because we didn't like it. So it's just like one of those things where it's like they could do it. Will they? Probably not, but I could see them doing it. But I do think in the future they'll listen, and the new updates, they'll update the voice acting. Now the next thing is the story. The story, I don't really want to say much about it because obviously we haven't made, at least I haven't made that far into the game to where I'm like, oh yeah, the story, I've been through it all. I'm like, yeah, this is bad. Like I went to the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game was just, it was bad, like I keep saying. And then you get to Crow. crow part was beautiful. I mean, it was on, like, in my opinion, it was on par with like Star Rail, almost, not all the way, but almost. It was like really good. But and then afterwards, it's not very good afterwards. At least the part that I'm at, it's just, yeah, it goes back to just the bland ass voice acting that's just very boring to listen to and just not much going on. It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure it will pick up and it will get better, but for now it's just, you know, like I said, I'll probably make an update video once I finish the story and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I obviously seen all the the posts on Twitter and Reddit and everything, and like I said, I understand if you're frustrated because the game you can't play or whatever, but in my opinion, I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen a single issue on my side. It's like, if you do, you end up getting to the point where you're not able to see a single issue, like, this game it's beautiful. Like, this game is insanely good. Like, I haven't had this much fun playing a game since, I'd say, probably Star Rail. Like, the combat is just insanely fun. Like, once you get into it, it just feels so good. Like, I've played for what, 10 plus hours straight, I think, at this point, and it's just been so enjoyable to the point I just don't want to get off, and I just want to keep fighting because the combat is that good. And I got into this game because of the combat. Like, I didn't really ever care about the story, but it's like one of those things where it's like, if the story's good, cool, I'll you know what I'm saying, I'll pay attention to it. But if it's not, it's like, I don't really care. I know other people might be different, but for me, it's just the combat, and the combat feels like perfection. Probably the best combat I've played in a gacha game, I'd say. Like, I know some people probably won't play the game or like come back to it because they weren't able to get it in the beginning, but it's like one of those things where it's like, just give it a try once you're able to. Like I said, if you're on mobile, I don't know how to help you there, bucko. But it's one of those things where it's like, they're going to fix it very soon, probably, if not already, because it's good at games, and like I keep saying, they listen to the community. So I do think you shouldn't quit the game or not give the game a try, because I do think this is an amazing game at the end of the day. Obviously, it's going to have its problems, and obviously people are frustrated, but they can't really do much about that now, especially. So all they can really do is just listen to the community and keep listening to feedback. So yeah, that's really all I want to go over today, because I've seen the concerns. So let me know if y'all were able to play. Let me know if y'all have enjoyed it. Let me know if y'all have been grinding. And yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I will say, I am now just realizing the combo of like the launch of this game and how bad it is for a good amount of people, and just like probably like taking a lot of people away from the game, and probably people that just won't come back to the game or try it out. It's like grouping that on top of like the live stream with how bad it was, because that live stream was one of, if not the worst live stream I think I've ever seen. It was really bad. And it's like, grouping those two together, it's like they definitely lost a lot of players. Like, did they lose enough players to like kill the game? No, but they definitely lost a lot of players because of it, and it does suck. But I do think this game will be fine at the end of the day. I don't think this is a game that will die. I do think it's gonna be one of those games that sticks around, one of those gacha games that's like gonna be around for a while. But the launch, it is not looking too good. You know, it didn't have that nice of a launch. You know, it is what it is.